Okay, we can start our class. Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvighna Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Saraswati Namastubhyam Radhe Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhe Bhavatu Me Sada Gurave Sarvala Nityanam Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Veda Vibhagine Vyomavadyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Om Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Before we begin today's class, let us have a quick summary of what we have seen in the last class. Every class, before we begin, we will have a quick summary of what went in the previous class, so that even if anybody listened to previous classes, they would be able to pick up the thread and be with the class. That is the idea. So in the last class, we established that among all the species, among all the Manusya Janma is very difficult to obtain. Why? Why is it difficult? Because to get Manusya Janma, one should have done a lot of Punyam. Punyam in the previous Janmas. It is not only Punyam. If you have done only Punyam, then you will take birth as Deva in Devaloka. You will be one of the demigods there. Deva Sharira will be there. So if you have done only Papam, then you will be in the Adholoka, or you will take birth as any other species, reptiles, animals. So to take Manusya Janma, it means Punyam also is there, Papam also is there. So it is a mixture of Punya and Papa. It is Mishra. Papa Punya Mishra. Do you know that some of the people, they have their names, Mishra. Even there was a cricketer, Amit Mishra. Mishra means what? It is Papa Punya Mishra. Mishra is a Sanskrit word. It is a Vedic word also, Mishra. Papa Punya Mishra. Even many words are what we see the cricketers also, they are all Sanskrit names and they are all Vedika. Even these names, Chaturvedi, Trivedi. Chaturvedi means the one who has known all the four Vedas are called Chaturvedi. Trivedi, the one who knows the three Vedas. Dvedi, the one who knows two Vedas. There is no Ekavedi, because one is supposed to know one's own Veda. So there is no Ekavedi. Similarly, there are other names are there. Dikshit is there. Dikshita is a very nice name. Dikshita. So what I'm saying is this Mishra is a Papa Punya Mishra. Manusya Janma is a mixture of Papa and Punya. If it is only Punya, then it is we get a Deva Sharira. If it is only Papa, then we get this Adoloka, this Mriga Sharira. So when this Papa and Punya are in the right proportion, then when a Jiva takes a human birth. Therefore, this human birth is very precious. it's very difficult to obtain because we have to wait for the right mixture of papa and punya. There is one more thing that which makes human beings great. What is that? Is buddhihi, intelligence, the faculty of buddhihi. Every being has intelligence, buddhi, but only human beings have buddhi manifest to the fullest capacity. Art of moksha is ruled out because an intelligent person only can think. Only when you think, then you will step onto the next process. That is, you will understand that you are bandhaha, therefore we want to be free. Animals don't have this feeling of bandhaha, so therefore moksha is not applicable for animals. Animals means for that matter any beings. Only Manushya Janma, for Manushya Janma only moksha is possible. Therefore, Manushya Janma is very precious. And this Manushya is self-conscious. And therefore, he has self-image and himself. So now we have derived the fact that self-non-acceptance is the problem. It is a common problem for all the human beings. Whether the person is in India or in Antarctica, this is the problem. Self-non-acceptance is the fundamental problem. Why? I am aware of the limitations of my body, mind, sense complex. That limitation is not acceptable to myself. And therefore, when the limitations are not acceptable, there is self-condemnation. This is the common problem everybody has, and this is the fundamental problem. Okay, what will happen suppose if I am not conscious of myself? Then there is no problem. If I am not conscious of myself, then there is no problem at all. But I am self-conscious. I have the faculty of buddhi. Therefore, I have the faculty to judge myself. Self-judgment and self-conclusion. And therefore, self-non-acceptance. An animal doesn't have this problem of self-non-acceptance. A cow doesn't have this problem. It is not conscious of itself. It has sense organs like human beings. A cow can perceive the world. In fact, a cow can identify another cow as a cow. It can identify a dog as not a cow. It can identify a non-cow as a non-cow. That is why a cow doesn't marry a dog or a dog marries a cow. Similarly, a donkey doesn't marry a dog, but human being marries a donkey. You know why? He believes there is a ritual, but marrying a donkey will bring rain. It is a ritual. Here, the man who marries a donkey, he knows it is a ritual, and therefore is tying this Mangali Sutra to the donkey. But the poor donkey doesn't know that it is getting married. Therefore, you don't have to ask permission from the donkey for its consent. Poor donkey. So what I'm saying is, animals they are not self-conscious. Similarly, there is a territorial problem between dogs, but there are no problem between the dogs and the cows. Still, a cow or a dog is not self-conscious like human beings. Therefore, it doesn't have self-non-acceptance problem. A cow, it doesn't have complex about its physical appearance. A dog doesn't have this complex about its physical appearance. Only these human beings have this problem. Even in the dog's competition, if a dog wins, the poor dog doesn't know. It just goes and stands on the podium where it is the first position is there. The dog doesn't understand anything. It just sits there like with the other dogs, second position, third position. The owner of the dog is very happy. So, animals don't have this problem of that I am small, I am significant. They don't have this problem. But I have this problem. I have this self-conscious identity. I feel that I am small. I feel I am insignificant. Because I am small and insignificant, I have the feeling of insecurity. I'm insecure. I'm a small subject. In fact, I'm a small subject. The whole world which you have to deal with, it consists of many things and beings. They're all objects. So one small subject, a single subject, that is me, I have to deal with so many objects. One subject and the rest are objects. In Sanskrita Vyakaranam, we have a topic called Karakam. Karakam is a topic. Karakam means Kriya Anvayi Karakam. That is the factors which are connected with an action. They are called Karakam. There are 6 Karakas are there. In that, I am the Kartar Karakam. I am the Karta. And the whole world which I have to deal with, it is other than me. It is Akartar Karakam. Other than me, other than Karta, they are the Akartar Karakam. So one Karta, there is only one Karta, that is me. And the whole world is the object. Therefore, I am alone. Even my body, mind, sense organs, they are the objects. I have to deal with it. Mind is an object. We know how difficult it is to deal with the mind. Therefore, what I am saying is, I am the subject and everything else the object. In fact, there is only one relationship which I have with the world. What is that? This is subject-object relationship. I am the subject, the rest are objects. And this object, it can be a sentient being or an insentient being. Any sentient being like our relations, father, mother, spouse, siblings, children, teachers, students, politicians, they're all sentient beings. Other than sentient beings, which I have to deal with, even the situations that are also insentient, that situations I'm stuck with, they're all objects. So one subject, that is myself, now have to deal with so many objects. It is not a joke. It is highly difficult. I cannot please everyone all the time. I cannot pass through all the situations successfully. It is a fact. We know that success and failures are inevitable. More than success, most of the time, what happens is failures are inevitable. Why failures? Because there are many factors which account for the result of my action is not under my control. I cannot call all the shots. So if I meet with failures more than once, then I am just finished. I judge and conclude that I am a born failure. Therefore, in front of many objects and possibilities, I look small, I look insecure, I am insignificant in terms of power, position, money, intelligence, knowledge, effort, skill, status. Therefore, I am not complete. Akam apurnaha, I conclude. And therefore, because of this, now what happens? That arises in me a want to become complete. How does this want manifest? It manifests in a variety of ways. I want this, I want that. This wanting, it doesn't stop with this or that. It is a continuous process. I want to become big. I want to look big, greater in front of the objects of the world. So I have become a wanting person. I want to be significant. I want to enjoy total power, intelligence, and have all the comfort of the world at my command. Why? Because I think that it will make me a complete person. So now I'm incomplete, and therefore I have the feeling that I'm small, I'm insignificant, and I am insecure. Because I'm small, insignificant, and insecure, I'm a wanting person. And this sense of wanting, it doesn't arise suddenly. The sense of wanting, in fact, it is there even when I was a child. As a child, I cannot even stand on my legs. Therefore, I feel insecure. I need the support of my mother. When I grow up, I need the support of my father. When father is with me, I have this feeling of being secure. So, as I grow, I discover that even my parents, they are not completely powerful. I discover they are not infallible support for me. Therefore, the sense of insecurity, what happens to that? It increases. As I grow, gain knowledge about various things of the world. The more I gain knowledge, the more I discover I don't know. So, what I don't know seems to be much more than what I know. It would have been if I had not known that I don't know. But having known that I don't know, now what happens is it is impossible for me to accept my limitation in knowledge. Therefore, I feel miserable. I don't want to accept my ignorance. I feel small in front of what I don't know. What I know is only a handful. What I don't know is the whole world. Therefore, I feel insignificant. So now, from this discussion we have established from the previous class, I am small, it is not acceptable to me. I am insignificant, that is not acceptable to me. I am insecure, that is not a pleasant feeling for me. Therefore, when I say I am not acceptable to myself, it means that I don't accept myself as small, insignificant, insecure person. If I'm really small, if I'm really small is a fact, can I change it? No, because it is a fact, I cannot change it. But now I am small is not a fact. Therefore, I attempt to change it. If I'm really insignificant, it is what it is. I cannot do anything over it. If I am insecure, then that is the final. All my attempts to be secure are useless. I cannot do anything. So, but these are not facts. We'll come to that point later. So, I'll give an example. You see, this about this. If we know this fire is hot, heat is the nature of fire. Can we change the nature of fire? No. Similarly, can we change the nature of water, that is its coolness and wetness? No. If water is hot, we know that it is hot, not because hotness, that heat is the nature of water. Water is hot because it is boiled by fire. Fire is hot because there is no reason. Fire is hot means hot. Fire is hot, water is cold. It is the nature. You cannot change it. Similarly, if I am really small, insignificant and insecure, can I change it? No, I cannot change it. So I will accept it and I will not be a wanting person. But that is not the case here. I'll give one more example. See, we all know that one day we are going to die. But have you ever tried to change a fact? No. We know it is not possible. If at all possible, we can only prolong or increase the longevity. We know very clearly that we will not be able to live forever. We accept it. Whether gracefully or not, it is what it matters. We know. We know that dog's tail cannot be straightened. Do we attempt to straighten it? No, because it is not possible. Therefore, as an intelligent being, we accept things which cannot be changed and change which can be changed. Therefore, now it is very clear that the notion, I am small, I am insignificant, I am insecure is wrong. Therefore, I try to change it. I don't say it with conviction that it is only a notion, but I must be knowing it vaguely. How do I say that? Because of the very fact that I attempt to remove the notions. Sometimes, we also attempt without knowing the facts and realize later. Then you may ask, is this situation also not like it? No, it is not, because our Shastra says, Agam Purnaha, I am a complete person. And we also hear this from our forefathers, parents, and even in some Upanyasa. Puji Swamiji used to say that we get knowledge of this from paperbacks. Paperbacks are nothing but books. So we get knowledge. Somehow we get knowledge in our tradition, in our family tradition, or from the society where we live. We get this knowledge. Some jnana. But this jnana is not spashta jnana. It is aspashta jnana. Therefore, this knowledge is not clearly registered in me. If it is clearly registered, then we don't have to have any class also. Therefore, Whether I don't know Aham Purnaha or know it vaguely, the reality is what? I'm a wanting person. Why am I a wanting person? Because I don't know clearly that I am small, insignificant and insecure. These are all only notions. Since I am a wanting person, which is not by basic nature, it establishes now that these are all only notions. If the notions are real, then I will not attempt to change it. I will not be a wanting person. But are these notions real? No, because Shastram says, Aham Purnaha, you are Purnaha. Therefore, now the problem comes. What the problem is? The problem is we try to make up for the false notions by trying to accomplish various things and objects. Why? Because I am become a wanting person. This wanting in me, it creates pravritti. It makes me engage in a variety of actions. The basic urge behind all pravritti is that I want to be free from this notion of wanting. I don't want to be a wanting person. It means what? I want to be a complete person. Therefore, to remove the notion that I am a wanting person, my efforts are directed by ignorance, of course, in accomplishing various things of the world, assuming that it will give me a sense of completeness. So, now behind all pravritti, all my actions, the pursuits, what is there? This wanting person in me, that is me, wants to remove the notion of wanting. Therefore, I engage in various pursuits. I don't investigate into it. Therefore, I consider safely myself as incomplete and wanting person. Always wanting one or the other things in my life. I want to be different. I want to become different. Therefore, pravrittihi. So, I introduced pravrittihi in the last class. Let us look into this, the word pravrittihi. What is pravrittihi? Pravrittihi, it is our search for happiness, security and completeness outside of me. That is called pravritti. Because I have concluded that they are located outside. I don't have the knowledge that the meaning of security, the bigness and completeness is me. Therefore, I look for all these things outside. That is called pravritti. Our Shastra, it accepts this search in the beginning. Because I approach the Shastra with my conclusion. What is the conclusion? The conclusion is I am small, I am insignificant, I am insecure. That is a strongly entrenched conclusion. So I approach the Shastra with that. The Shastra what will do? It will not negate that. It will not negate my external search for bigness, security and completeness. In fact, it will encourage. Do it more. Shastram, the word Shastram means itself, it means Shasti Trayate iti Shastram. Shasti means teaches. Trayate, protection. So by teaching it protects. So it is that Shastram is a protector. So you have approached Shastram, how can the Shastram dismiss how can the Shastram show its back to you? It won't show. It will embrace you. Come. So it will encourage you in your pravritti pursuit. That is why our Shastram is, study of Shastram, it's a tradition. It's a teaching tradition. We don't believe in preaching like other religions. We don't have a set of beliefs or dogmas and ask the people to believe. No, that is very dangerous. Once you give a set of belief or dogma and ask the people to believe, then you are destroying their intelligence. You are preventing them from thinking. That is why this conversion is very dangerous. There is no teaching involved. It's only preaching. Anyway, that is a different topic. So our Shastram teaches. It embraces like a compassionate mother. By teaching, it protects me. If Shastram teaches me in the beginning that all my external search looking outside for bigness, security, and completeness, it's useless, and it says you are the solution, then I will not accept it. I will reject the Shastra. Because what the Shastra says, it is not in accordance with my conclusion about myself. In the beginning, I am not mature enough to accept the Shastra. I am not ready to give the benefit of doubt to the Shastra. Therefore, the Shastra will not disappoint me. In fact, it will try to help me. The Shastram is like the counter in the railway station. There will be a counter in the railway station. May I help you? But most of the time, nobody will be there. So, that Shastram here, when you approach a Shastram with your pravritti, suppose if you want a son, so Shastram will say, do putra kamishti yaga. If you want rain, the Shastram will say, you do this kariri yajna. The Shastram will prescribe a lot of things for you. Please do that, do this and do that. So Shastram will help me in my search. Because I have the firm conclusion that happiness is located outside and I have to hunt for it. The Shastram will give me the means. So, in the beginning, we are all hunters. Hunters. Hunters of what? Hunters of experience. Experience of what? Experience of happiness. So, we want happiness. Sukha praptihi. Tasmat sukha praptaye pravrittihi. Therefore, to achieve this happiness, happiness is nothing but this sense of completeness, sense of pravrittihi. Sukha praptaye pravrittihi. I engage in variety of pursuits because I want sukham, happiness, the sense of completeness, the sense of security, the sense of bigness. Therefore, pravrittihi. So, my hunting, now it starts with looking for the things outside of me. So, it involves action, karma. So, every karma what I do, it is preceded by my liking, my desire to accomplish the object. See, therefore, this every action is preceded by desire. Without desire, there won't be any action. Action is karma. Desire is ichcha. So, this karma is always preceded by my ichcha. Therefore, this sense of wanting, which is backed up by the wrong notions of myself, now it manifests in a variety of desires and actions. See, this is how we investigate into this our pravritti. Without investigation, vichara, we cannot arrive at the truth. Even in our day-to-day life, or even when we approach the Shastram, we should do vichara. Vicharaha is important, and this is Shastra vicharaha. Therefore, we should ask a lot of questions and find answers. This is how the teaching will be. Generally, the questions are asked by the students and the answers are given by the teachers. That is why you will find the Gita, Upanishads, everything in the form of a dialogue. Even whether it is Shruti or Smriti, there will be dialogues. That is why, when you will find this word, Uvacha, Sanjaya Uvacha, Dharmakshetre, Kurukshetre. That is Dhritarashtra Uvacha. So, it starts Arjuna Uvacha, Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. So, always it is in the form of a question and answer, dialogue. By dialogue, what happens is we do vichara, we do investigation. Okay. Now, coming back to our investigation, vichara. Now, we are investigating into the pravritti, my pursuit, my action. So, if I have desire for something, then I should be knowing that object. Without knowing the object, how can I cultivate a desire for the object? I cannot cultivate a desire for Gagabhuga. This is somebody uses this word, Gagabhuga. Suppose I come to your house because you have invited me. You ask me what do you like to have for dinner. If I say I need Gagabhuga, can you serve it? No. Because I myself don't know what is Gagabhuga. Now, how can you know? So how can you serve it? So, what I'm saying is, without knowing what it is, you will not have a cultivated desire for it. I remember my grandmother, she used to tell me a story when I was young. So, this is a very nice story. Probably you also would have heard this. A person would have gone to a function. There, he would have tasted this kodakattai. Kodakattai, that's modakam. Tamil we say it is kodakattai. That person, he liked it very much. So he enjoyed this kodakattai. And he thought he would ask his wife to prepare a lot, no, and enjoy it. So he asked somebody, what is the name? And because he wanted to remember the name, somebody said it is kodakattai. So he was chanting in his mind, kodakattai, kodakattai. So while he was returning home, he kept chanting this name, kodakattai, kodakattai. So only this thought was there in him. So with this thought of kodakattai, he was returning back. On the way, there was a big pit was there. It was filled with water, rainwater. This fellow took a jump, a long jump. When he jumped, he forgot the word kodakattai. Then, in the place of kodakattai, he said attarimaku. So now kodakattai word has gone, attarimaku has come. He forgot the actual name. And now this attarimaku, it is there in his mind now. So when he came back, he asked his wife to prepare attarimaku. Poor wife, she doesn't know what is attarimaku. It is like gagabuga, what I said. She said, I don't know Attirimaka, I never heard this. This fellow said, no, it was a very sweet dish and they prepared, it was very nice and there was a sweet thing inside, Attirimaka. The wife said, no, I have never heard this name. You should go back and ask the correct name. This fellow got furious and beat her left and right. And poor wife, she screamed. She was helpless. So, hearing her screaming, all the neighbors, they came and inquired what happened. So they scolded that fellow and her body, that body of his wife, it was swollen. So they told, what is that you have done to this woman? See, our body has swollen like kodakattai. Now this fellow said, that is what I want. So, attarimaku means what? There is no attarimaku. This kodakattai. So what I'm saying is, to desire something, I should know that. And there is a name for it. Anyway, so I cannot have desire for gagabuka or attarimaku. Right? So what I'm saying is, so that desire, ichcha is preceded by the knowledge of the desired object. So jnana shakti always comes first. Jnana shakti, knowledge comes first. Then comes ichcha shakti. I develop a desire for the object. So jnanam ichcha. After that, it comes action, kriya shakti. Therefore, so this is how it comes. Jnana shakti, ichcha shakti, kriya shakti. So this is how from the knowledge, the action, up to the action, the process goes on. Now, coming back to our investigation here, there is a strong conclusion in me that my object of desire is located outside. It is also a jnanam. It is also a knowledge. But this knowledge is mithya jnanam. Mithya jnanam means it's a false knowledge. But I don't examine that jnanam because it is a concluded thing for me. I have concluded that my object of desires are outside. If I achieve that, I become big, I become complete, I become secure. Therefore, I develop a desire for it. And this desire, this only human beings know, they can have this desire. They have this privilege of entertaining desires. None other beings other than human can have this great privilege of desiring. Why? Because this desire is preceded by knowledge, and other beings other than humans cannot have new knowledge, therefore, and they cannot desire. So to desire, we must have knowledge of the object. In fact, my father, he doesn't know what smartphone is, what iPhone is. He doesn't know. So therefore, he didn't have any desire for it. If he had known, probably would have desired for it. So what I'm saying is, this desire is a privilege given to human beings. Why? Because this desire is preceded by knowledge, jnanam. Jnanam involves thinking. Only human beings can think. Therefore, this desire is a privilege. And there is nothing wrong in desiring. For desire, to desire, sky is the limit. We can desire anything we want in the world. As long as the desire is in keeping with dharma, then it is not a problem. The ichcha should be dharmic. It should be a dharmika ichcha, then there is no problem. Dharma aviruddhaha kamaha agamasmi, which Krishna says in the Gita. So that ichcha, that kamaha, which doesn't rub with the dharma, it is me. So desiring is fine. It's a great privilege. So once the desire is there, now what I do? I attempt to fulfill the desire. So it involves action. And this action, it could be in keeping with dharma or adharma, or even I can analyze and negate the desires too. That is also possible. But desire has to be dharmic. And the actions, the karma also, in accomplishing the desires, that also should be dharmic. If it is dharmic, then desiring is fine. It's a privilege. So once you desire now there is a choice too in accomplishing it. I have the faculty of choice in exercising the privilege of desiring. Therefore, I can follow a dharmic way, adharmic way, or even I can analyze the desire and negate it. In Sanskrit, we say this as kartum shakyam, akartum shakyam, anyatava kartum shakyam. This faculty of choice, which only human being has got. Kartum shakyam, it means I can do it. I can do some action to accomplish what I need. Akartum shakyam, I need not do. I can just drop the desire. Anyatava kartum shakyam, I can do otherwise. I can adopt some other means to accomplish what I want. So this faculty of choice is there. I will give an example. You will understand it. See, I have a choice to be a vegetarian. By birth, I may be a vegetarian. But still I have a choice for non-vegetarian diet. It is my choice. I can choose to eat non-vegetarian food. Or I may be a non-vegetarian by birth, but still I can choose to be a vegetarian. So the choice is with me. So kartum shakyam, I can eat vegetarian food. Akartum shakyam, I need not eat vegetarian food. Anyatava kartum shakyam. I mean, akartum shakyam, I can eat non-vegetarian food, or I can do it otherwise. I can just live without eating, or just drinking water, drinking air. So this faculty of choice is given to human beings. What about a cow? There is no non-vegetarian cow. There is no vegetarian lion. Whereas human beings are not programmed. Therefore, they have choice. Because choice is there, now, kartum shakyam, I can do it. I need not do it. Akartum shakyam. Anyatava kartum shakyam. I can do otherwise. I can choose to go to T Nagar. Kartum shakyam. I can cancel it. Akartum shakyam. I can go by any means. I can go by car, I can go by train or by bus. I can choose. So, I have intelligence, and therefore, I have the privilege of desiring and choice to accomplish. Therefore, I can exercise my choice to do what I want and get what I want. So, what I want to accomplish, that is called arthaha. That is called arthaha. Arthaha means objects. You can say the objects which are located outside, which I want to accomplish. They are arthaha. And I am the purushaha. Purushaha means human beings. Now, purushaha arthaha becomes purusharthaha. Purusharthaha means action or the effort to accomplish what I want. In purusharthaha, the word purusha has got many meanings. I'll tell two meanings. Purau ushati iti purushaha. Purau ushati. Purau means it is city. Puri. Puri is city. It refers to the physical body. So the one who dwells in the city of this body is called Purushaha. In Bhagavad Gita, there is a shloka used. Navadvare Pure Devi. That is, this Purusha, he dwells in the city of 9 gates. So the one who dwells in this body, it is called Purushaha. Another meaning also is for the word Purusha. That is, Sarvam Purayati iti Purushaha. That is, the one who fills up everything in the world. That's called Purushaha. Sarvam Purayati iti Purusha. Who is that? This Ishvara. This Parameshvara. It is therefore Purushaha means, another meaning is, it's a complete being. Here, in this context, Purusharthaha, here, Arthaha means the object which I want to accomplish. Purushaha is me. Therefore, you can take this meaning. Purusharthaha means that which is sought after by human beings. Purusharthaha. So, Purushaihi artyate. But in this context, we will take the meaning as the ends which are sought after by the human beings. And these ends which are sought after by me, they are classified into 4 categories. What are they? Dharmaha, Arthaha, Kamaha, Mokshaha. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Chaturvida Purusharthaha. Even in the Puja Sankalpa, we say this, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, Chaturvida Purushartha Siddhyartham iti. So, these are the 4 Purusharthaha. Why it is 4 Purusharthaha? Because Purushaihi Artyate Prartyate, that which is sought after by human beings. Dharma, Artha, Kama and Moksha. Therefore, they are Purusharthaha. So, whatever we seek in the world, it can be classified into this 4. Finally, we are going to say, even this 4 is not there is only one. That will come later. So now these 4 Purusharthas are there. How do we know there are 4 Purusharthas? Only from the Vedas. Vedas talk about it. Veda is a pramana. Veda is a means of knowledge. Veda means it's a source of knowledge. It's a means of knowledge. From the Veda only, we come to know this 4 Purushartha. Vindati Chaturaha Purusharthan. Tat Trapti Upayancha Anena Yiti Vedaha. Vindati. That is, I come to know Chaturaha Purushartha. This 4 Purusharthas, these 4 Purusharthas come to known by me, and that Prapti Upayancha, and also the means of attaining the 4 Purushartha, it is only from the Veda. So Veda is an instrument, it is a means of knowledge. From that I come to know this 4 Purushartha. So Veda is a pramana. We will discuss in detail on Veda and its status as a pramanam in a separate class. Maybe the class after next we can do. We have to have this Shraddha that Veda is a pramanam. That is something very big. We'll talk about it in detail later. Okay. So now we have concluded there are 4 Purusharthas are there. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. All the variety of pursuits which I seek after, they are classified into this, they fall into this 4 buckets. Dharma, Artha, Kama and Moksha. So, now what we have to do? We have to take up each Purushartha one by one. We have to take each Purusha. Dharma, what is Dharma, what is Artha, Kama, Moksha. With the word Dharma, it has got various meanings. So here what is the meaning we are going to take? What is Artha, what is Kama, Moksha? Kama is not only, it means desire. It means the object which I want to enjoy, accomplish. It's called Kama. It is not lust here. So these 4 Purusharthas we will take one by one and we analyze in detail the next class. Okay, I think we can stop here because these 4 Purusharthas we will dig into the dig into it in detail, the next class. Otherwise, it will be incomplete. If they start discussing about Purushartha, I won't be able to complete another 5 or 7 minutes. So, I conclude here. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hare Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hare Om. Okay. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Is my voice clear to you? Was it? Because I have old problem. Was it clear? Do you have any problem in? Huh? Okay, sorry. It's terrible cold. Okay. Do you have any doubts? You can ask me.
Yeah, occasionally your this thing gets interrupted. I mean, 2 seconds there's nothing coming and it gets cut off your
voice. Maybe because of internet connection.
Yeah, I had to leave and come back.
Okay. Is it a problem at my end or at your end?
It could be my end. I'm not sure. Suddenly I lost you. It's kind of there's a circle going on your face on the video. So I just went off and came back. Now it's fine.
Okay. But here I have got a very good, good connection. Internet connection is there.
Yeah, now it's fine. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I can send you the link. You can click the link, and if you want, you can go back to the point where you missed it. Right? So if you have any doubts, you can ask me. So they have not yet got into the Tattvabodha text, but we will do it slowly. So now we are seeing why should we read Tattvabodha? What is that I'm going to gain? So I'm starting from the basic thing. This from the Manishya Janma. So from that we have now come to the point of Pravritti and Purushartha. Now then we'll go to the Tattvabodha Purushartha. After that, we'll analyze one by one Purushartha, and finally we will come to the point where all the 4 Purusharthas will become only one Purushartha. Ultimately, it is to remove the sense of wanting in me. It is moksha. I am a complete man, which you have to know. So that comes moksha. And what is the means? What are the means available to know? There is only one means. Only one means. What is that? It is Shastra. Shastram eva pramana. So therefore we should know what Shastram is. How Shastra is a pramana. What are the other pramanams are available? So that we have to discuss. And what is the place of Shastram? That we will discuss. And once we discuss, we will have a small introduction to the Upanishads, this portion, the Veda. Then we will get into the Prakarana Grantha. What is the Prakarana Grantha? Tattvabodha is one of the Prakarana Grantha, which Acharya has written. So this is how we are going to go about. This is what I have been thinking and taking it in a systematic way. There's a connection between one topic to other topic. I jump. So you should. That's why I go back and forth, so that you will not lose this continuity. So if you have any problem in continuing, you can bring it, right?
One question, if I understand correctly, when you said Artha is the object, and subsequently the Kama it's not a Lasya, but it's another object. So in a way, when you say Artha as a general word Purushartha, there are 4 categories of types of objects. So which is Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. So am I right? I mean, there's the Artha, which is one of these 4, as well as the broader sense. Are they something different, or it's?
See, I said this Dharma, Artha, and Kama, all these things comes under the category of Pravritti. That is, I am seeking that as an object outside. Artha also means objects. Here, now we are going to say Artha means, the next class, we are going to say Artha means wealth. Why wealth? Because I have the feeling of insecurity. It's not only, wealth means not only money. It's also about the wealth in terms of, the people. I want people. I want good relation, right? I want recognition. I want that. I give the feeling of security. Even I want to retain my job in my company. That security problem is there, right? So I need to have a good relationship with the people. It all comes under artha only. So that artha and kama is that which gives me the sense of the happiness, a pleasure. Whether it could be through the sense organs or it could be an aesthetic, pleasure. It could be anything. So these all come under kama. There are such kama. See, when you, you may have a desire to listen to the music, melodious music. That's also a kama. So that also comes under the kama. And dharma is a big topic. There are many meanings for the word dharma. Dharma also means karma. That is why in the Jaimini Mimamsa, this sutra, Purva Mimamsa sutra, they say, Tato dharma jigyasa, what is dharma to be known? Tato adharma jigyasa, what is adharma also to be known? So dharma means, we can take it as a karma also. There's many meanings. One of the meaning is karma. So, and moksha is, that is why we are here, moksha pursuit. Otherwise, we won't be sitting here and listening to the class for 1 hour, that to 5:30 in India, right? So, ultimately we are going to see, are there really 4 Purushartha? Or is there only one Purushartha, that is Parama Purushartha, Moksha? That is what we are going to see. We are deriving it slowly one by one. Starting from the basic thing that having given this privilege of human beings, then we have got this buddhi, intelligence is there, we have the thinking capacity is there, and the privilege of desiring is there, and I have a choice to accomplish it is there. So now, therefore, because I have this feeling of insecurity, I am small, I am insignificant, I am a wanting person, I don't know that is a notion totally. Therefore, I seek to complete that in the outside world. Therefore, all this pravritti comes. This pravritti means this Tattvabodha Purushartha comes here. Why? How do we know? Only from the Veda. So this is how the whole connections I have made. I hope you understand it. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.